Hello children, welcome to the class. Today we will do the chapter Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. Nelson Mandela was a great freedom fighter. He was a fearless, honest and dedicated leader who renounced all the comforts of a settled, happy domestic life. He joined the African National Congress. He had to suffer a lot for demanding equality for his race and freedom for his people. He was punished, tortured, and isolated, but he remained firm and determined. He had all the stirring qualities of being a truly great man. No wonder he is equated with Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi. Now we'll start with the chapter. This chapter is an extract from Nelson Mandela's autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, where he speaks about a historic occasion, the inauguration. This chapter also includes his journey to being a freedom fighter. On 10th May 1994, Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president after more than 3 centuries of white rule. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre in Pretoria. In his inaugural speech, Nelson Mandela pledged to obey and uphold the Constitution and to devote himself to the well-being of the Republic and its people. He mentioned about an extraordinary human disaster to highlight decades of racial discrimination against the blacks by the whites. He sets certain ideals for the future of South Africa. According to these ideals, all people will be free from poverty, suffering, and discrimination of all kinds. They will never be made slaves by others. All will enjoy equal rights and privileges. Nelson Mandela pays rich tributes to all the freedom fighters who made unimaginable sacrifices for their people to live in respect and dignity. He considers himself just one of them who fought against injustice and discrimination. He gives due credit to all the heroes of freedom struggle for the blacks. This way, he is a sum of all those Africans who had gone before him. The essential values of characters are revealed in a person only when he finds himself surrounded by obstacles, torturous circumstances, and oppressive people. He says that decades of brutality did not break his people. On the other hand, oppression has been responsible in producing extraordinary men of courage, wisdom, and generosity, such as Oliver Tambo, Walter Sisulu, Chief Luthuli, and others. According to Nelson Mandela, in life, every man has twin obligations. Obligations to his family, to his parents, to his wife and children, and he has an obligation to his people, his community, his country. In a civil and human society, each man is able to fulfill those obligations according to his own inclinations and abilities. But in a country like South Africa, it was almost impossible for a man of black origin to fulfill both of those obligations. Next, Mandela talks about how his understanding of freedom changed with age and experience. As a child, Nelson Mandela considered himself to be born free. As long as he followed his father's orders and lived by the rules of his clan. As a student, he craved for freedom, which he considered important for himself, like staying out at night, studying what it pleases him, and so on. However, as a young man, he understood that his freedom was only an illusion. He yearned for the freedom to lead a basic, dignified life. Slowly, he realized that not only his freedom was restricted, but everyone in his community was banned from leading a normal, lawful life. That is when his hunger for his own freedom transformed into the greater hunger for the freedom of his people. And he joined the African National Congress. Nelson Mandela believes that if a man who takes away other man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice and narrow mindedness. He believed that the oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. He was free from all prejudices, though he was against the white who oppressed and exploited his people. Yet he did not have any ill will or hatred for the whites. He knew that the oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. I hope this will help you understand the chapter.